So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is so very nice to be back here at Homestuck with my friend over here.
Hello, it's Ian.
Okay, cool. And okay,
So we just you want to say what happened last time?
so there's this meteor coming towards Earth, and for some reason he had like this blue apple in his hand, and then mushroom cloud. So that's great.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. Then the command to go to the next page was years in the future, but not many, and now we're here.
Okay.
So this is a link that once you read that text, you do want to click on that.
Okay. Do you want me to read it? Click the test. A
We'll read it
wayward,
first.
a wayward vagabond records a stuttering step in the sun-bleached dust. Click.
So this is just images.
Who is this?
A wayward vagabond.
Is that John?
It's a wayward vagabond.
Is this gonna become like Fallout shit now? It's my
And then you can just close the tab to go back when you're done.
That looked very interesting.
Now we're on to Act 2 officially.
Act 2 officially. That I'm very interested to see what happens because John just blew the fuck up.
And we're at Game Facts.
Wait a minute. Spurred beta walkthrough. I'd be inclined to dispense with the trite even under less pressing circumstances. Needless to say, I'll forego the inscrutable ASCII banner, which typically heralds the striking freefall of these documents. I'll also resist the urge to brandish any copyright marks, the particular neurosis that concerns itself with the theft of the utterly mundane. I'll allow other deranged prospectors to stake claims on their worthless plots as the wood burns around them. My introduction will be sparse. There will be no majestic prose blustering into the sails of a galleon as we embark on this voyage together, nor will there be any ham-fisted prose whipping its limbs under a bedsheet like a retarded ghost. For that matter, I won't set the stage or dim the lights. The mood you will see will be set soon enough. Since you are reading this, chances are you have installed this game on your computer already. If this is true, like many others, you have just participated in bringing about the end of the world. Jesus Christ! But don't beat yourself up about it. There was never anything you could have done to prevent it. The end is happening right now as I type, and as you read, I've come to understand that we were always doomed through our collective ignorance, and now further doomed by those few who know and struggle to flee. If you're lucky, you'll be along the smaller subset of the ladder who are successful. What I mean is, while that game you installed is just one more grinding slab of rock stealing our planet's crypt, it's also your only hope to live. I'm presently faced with this same conundrum as you, and though I speak with more experience, my own outcome is far from assured. I will play the game as much as there is to play, and record my findings here. If you want to live, you will do as I instruct. My condolences, TT. Whoa!
Yeah, she decided to write a walkthrough for it.
Holy shit.
Although this is like the precursor to the walkthrough, as you can see.
We're about to hear some more music, yes! Sorry, I like the music.
Go ahead.
So he took a bite of the apple. This is the house. There's a person under the bed. There's Dad that we had a fight with last time. Holy shit.
So this is actually one of my desktop backgrounds.
That's pretty dope.
It's a good background.
Next thing. Your turn, Ian?
Sure. The kernel divides. The two halves go their separate ways, leaving behind the sprite portion. Wait,
Boy.
Wait until the animation finishes.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, the kernel is up to something, I guess.
It seems like it. Well, you know what's going on more than I do. That blue thing.
Sure.
I've seen that thing before at some point.
That's the pattern on that the Wayward Vagabond saw, but green on the thing. Okay. Anyways.
Boy. What is left of the sprite undergoes a mysterious transformation. For a moment you thought you heard someone say boy, as if it whispered in the periphery of your awareness. It's probably just your imagination, though. You there, boy. Oh, God. Is it God?
Okay, so hit the show me anyway bit on the top. And you're going to have to enable flash. Yeah. These are the portions of the game where the webcomic, where they haven't fully been able to, like, get everything transferred over from Flash, but this is now officially a game portion of it.
Cool, because we're a gaming channel. To walk around, use the mouse, arrow keys, or WASD. Click on various objects to open command menus for them. Outstanding Flash programming by Alexis Gaincrow by Gessner. Fine. So now I can walk around.
Yep, you can click on things as well.
This large platform.
The alchemister created the apple, or the tree that sprouted it, rather. Right on time to save you from destruction. You're not sure if you can say the same for your neighborhood, though. You wonder what happened to your dad.
That's a very good question. What did happen to his dad? Getting close to the railing makes you a little nervous. It's a long way down. Yeah, it seems like it.
It looks different now. After you bit that apple, your whole house seemed to be transported somewhere. Then the apple disappeared and the kernel sprite underwent a transformation. Aside from the change in appearance, the transformation doesn't seem to have any relevant ramifications.
Fun. Alright, peeked over the edge. And I've clicked on all this stuff, right?
Yes.
Door. Okay, I can actually walk in here? That's cool.
Oh, Michael Cera, your warm smile is a shining beacon in these dark times.
I love Michael Cera.
Apparently, Jean's dad said that wasn't Michael Cera.
We will call you Michael Cera. He did. It's a very good point. But we love Michael Cera anyway. You couldn't tell by his very fancy disguise. The Harlequin painting. The Harlequin painting? Yeah, the sentiment in common with John, then, I suppose.
Fair.
Let's move.
Can you click on yourself? What? Oh, I guess not.
Okay, whatever. Door.
Oh.
So we end up back out here? Well, there's no...
Can you click on John again? Yeah, so there's different dialogue if you click on him again.
His name is John, you nincompoop. Can we click him again?
What would you like Boy Who Is John to do?
And those commands would be... I would like the boy to interact with his environment in a constructive manner.
Maybe you should be a little more specific.
This is amazing. We will click you again, John. Have the boy assess his current situation. I'm afraid I can't have the boy do that. Tell him to do it yourself. Very well.
Okay.
So, do we click him again? Or is that it?
Yeah, there's 3 more for that.
That instruction does not do anything at the moment. We'll click. Okay, so it doesn't do anything.
Oh, no, hit it again. Could you please turn over the controls to a more competent user? There's one more.
Increasingly sophomoric. Also, you almost spelled salad in there. Is that it, or one more?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's it.
It's over.
Okay, open this door.
And there is nothing else to find in here. It's just random, like... In fact, wait. Okay.
So, should I...
can...
You have the book. He has a physical copy of the book.
Yes,
so,
I do.
So he tells me where I need to go.
Okay, you can go to your room. Go to John's room.
This one?
That's Dad's room.
Dad's room. Okay, I didn't know.
There's also the bathroom you go to. There's a whole bunch of dialogue in here, although I would not... Yeah, oh gosh, there's so much stuff in here. It's like so many pages in the book. Maybe we should just like skip this page.
Boy, quit all this scurrying around.
Yeah. There's nothing useful on this page.
Okay.
For the last time, this boy's name is John.
Fine. John, return to your quarters.
We're good.
You go back up to your bedroom, tiptoeing around this weird petroleum-based sludge. Now, John, respond to your friend unit.
John, are you there?
Clinical therapist is now an idle chum or something else, but I don't want to say the other thing. Hey, yeah, I'm here. And not dead, I think.
I know. I've been watching you scramble through the house like a lunatic. Should have answered me sooner.
Oh man, sorry, I was looking around for my dad and I can't find him anywhere. Have you seen him?
No, I'm sure he'll turn up. We have more important things to address right now.
Yeah, like where I am?
I don't know that either, but I've determined your neighborhood was destroyed by the meteor. Wherever you were transported, it saved you from the impact. I've been reading reports in the news. Over the last few days, there have been many smaller meteor collisions with people's homes around the world, and they seem to be getting bigger. Yours was the biggest they've identified so far.
Wow, okay. So I guess if this is all the game's doing, then the point is for us to save the world?
Perhaps.
Then we better get moving and figure this game out.
Yes, but wait. We should retrieve your PDA yet again. It will help you to keep tabs on each other while you investigate. I think I can get you closer to it. If I can replenish our grist supply somewhat. There may be a way to recycle some that we already used.
Okay.
I'll meet you out on the balcony.
Wait, Rose, one thing.
What?
You never even wished me happy birthday. Hello?
I was working on something to send you, but I was running late with it. I didn't want you to think I believed meager well wishes alone would suffice for the occasion. That said, happy birthday, John.
Haha, oh geez, that is silly. Anyway, thanks. First, take the fabric item on the floor there.
The towel? Why? Oh well, you're the boss. You capture the towel. What now?
Do as the purple text says on the balcony. John makes his way to the balcony per your awkwardly worded request. Wait, take that. The blue wobbly thingy.
You whimsically decide to capture the totem which was used to create the apple tree earlier.
John, recycle the grist as was dictated by your cohort. John cannot do anything with the grist at this moment. That is up to the spur player. I see.
Yes, that will suffice. Rose deletes the perfectly generic objects. 6 units of build grist are restored to your grist cache. That's useful, because it would cost 6 to make them.
True. Rose expends the grist to drag a new plank from the balcony in the direction of the PDA. John, run across precarious platform swiftly.
How was that platform not completely breaking?
That's my only question.
John isn't sure about that. It's a long way down.
Boy, I said make haste on the narrow catwalk.
Now it's like actually like yelling commands at him.
I love this narrator thing. That's a really cool addition.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
John is very nervous about the idea, and the strident tone of your commands is starting to make him feel a little upset. Fine. Proceed as your level of comfort dictates.
He's absconding you, okay. You cautiously walk within range of the PDA. Rose retrieves it.
Now take it. You grab the PDA, launching one of the Harlequin figurines into the night. You can kiss that one goodbye. Jesus
That's
Christ. I love this so much.
Just yeets it.
Yeet.
Away from him.
Sorry, yeet's a very, sacred word. Just one. Command will suffice. Thanks. Looks like you're not the only one trying to locate your father after the disaster. These boring men are uninteresting.
John, are you okay? You seem a bit tentative.
I'm fine, I guess. Since I got here, I feel compelled to do these weird things I don't really want to do. By some kind of voice that I can't really even hear. I don't know, it is hard to explain.
Perhaps the early symptoms of an anxiety disorder, like post-traumatic stress?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Well, if you can pull yourself together, there are a few more things we should try, like prototyping the kernel sprite again if possible. We should hurry. My laptop battery won't last forever.
Okay, I'll go back inside. No, don't do that. Hop off this ledge onto that car.
What? No, that sounds incredibly dangerous.
Now you're just being a pest. Which turnip truck did you just tumble out of anyway? Who are you? Years in the future, but not many.
An unsealed tunnel welcomes hot desert air into its stagnant depths. Go ahead and click that link again. Yeah.
This is all really cool. Wait, what? You there. Holy shit.
Yep.
Dude, that's cool. I like that.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or we could also like trade off each like section.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. So A000, an examination of the basics. Upon connecting with the client user, you, the server user, will be met with a control panel allowing you to manipulate your co-player's environment. You will find that you are allowed to deploy 4 items at no expense. 3 of these are rather large machines, and 1 is a punch card. It's quite possible that you've already deployed some of these items before reading this. If this is the case, and you've activated the machine called the Cruxtruder, such that it displays a countdown, you must proceed to section A100 of this walkthrough immediately. The life of your client user depends on it. And if your co-player has activated this device in your environment too, then yours does as well. Before I continue reading this is kind of Rose's like explanation of what happened in Act 1.
Yeah.
Which is extremely useful.
Yeah, it is very interesting hearing her.
But if not, please refrain from doing anything with the Cruxtruder aside from merely deploying it. This will buy us some time to think things through properly, and to go over the basics of the game before you find your soft, easily punctured head in the jaws of the lion. As mentioned, there are 4 items to consider, each playing a role in a process which appears to have a singular purpose, to manufacture objects out of thin air. The designers of the game, judging by the language used, regard this process as a sort of alchemy. This may allude to complexities in the production process yet to present themselves, but for now, the variety of objects you are able to create remains quite limited. The items in question are the Cruxtruder, again, tread lightly with this one, the Totem Lath, the Alchemitter, and the pre-punched card. I will describe how these devices work in conjunction with each other, and I will use the analogy of having a key made at a hardware store to help you understand. First, deploy all of the objects in a convenient proximity to each other. Be sure not to block doors or pathways with them. You can always revise the dimensions of the room to make space for them, but I advise against this or even experimenting with the function. Doing so comes at the expense of build grist, a commodity which appears to be at a premium at the onset, and one you'd be best advised to save for later.
The Cruxtruder. Removing the lid signals the moment your life becomes a great whirling batshit pandemonium, somewhat resembling the chaos of an especially ethnic wedding. Somewhere a soused uncle deliberately shatters china on the floor. Muddy livestock is decorated, and then lost track of. The question, whose mule is this, at times can be heard over the din. This is now your reality. But aside from that, it marks the beginning of the process I'm about to describe. The countdown begins. Yes, also an entity called the kernel sprite is released, but neither of these things are all that relevant to this process, to my knowledge. More on these things later. What is relevant is the unleaded Cruxtruder's ability to dispense Cruxite dowels. It'll dispense at least 1, though I suspect it is capable of producing more, given parameters. I'm not yet familiar with it. In my key-making analogy, these dowels represent the uncarved pieces of metal which the hardware store employee retrieves from the drawer, or a rack, and sets about carving into a key. The 2 following items are needed to do the carving.
So the pre-punched card. It is a simple Siladex card containing an item. There's evidence to suggest that the specific item it contains is variable from session to session. The card I deployed contained a blue apple. Yours may be different. It shouldn't matter, hopefully. Additionally, the card, as you may guess, is punched, like one used with antique computing systems. The pattern of holes comprises data, which I believe corresponds to the instructions for creating the item this card contains. That it is pre-punched suggests there's a way to punch an unpunched card, possibly imprinting it with the data for the item it contains, though no mechanism for this has been presented itself yet. But the data on the card cannot be used to create the item directly. There is a middleman. That middleman is the totem lathe.
The totem lathe. This is essentially the key carving machine. It will carve into your Cruxite dowel a pattern of grooves and contours, the sort which makes it key unique. The instructions for this pattern are supplied by the punch card, which is inserted into the lathe pre-activation to configure its chisels. Once the dowel is carved and you have a totem serving as your key, which can then be used to unlock the card item through the alchemeter. But at this point, I will diverge from the key-making analogy and switch to a barcode analogy, which is not a terribly strenuous leap to make, since the concepts of a key and a barcode are essentially the same, one being a unique pattern of grooves, the other of varying black lines.
The alchemeter. If you place a Cruxite dowel, carved or uncarved, on the alchemeter's small pedestal, its robotic arm will scan the contours with a laser, hence the barcode analogy. This is the machine's way of reading the data originally imprinted from the card and transforming that data into a physical object. Though typically, this is not done without expense, I believe. An uncarved dowel results in the creation of a perfectly generic object, which is a seemingly useless green cube. It costs 2 units of build grist to make, and I do not advise you to waste resources on it. There appears to be many other varieties of grist, ostensibly used in combinations to create different sorts of items, which possibly offers some insight into the game's use of the term alchemy. But quite conveniently, there's an exception to this. Creating the item on the pre-punched card costs nothing. This is good, because creating this item turns out to be essential. Now that you know this, you can, in your own time, begin the process. Once you initiate it, naturally there is no going back, so best to be prepared. But you probably shouldn't drag your feet too long. As I mentioned earlier, this is your only means of escape. When you're ready, be prepared to follow the steps in the next section swiftly. A100. So your Crux Trooper is ticking. Do this to live.
It's like is the Wayward Vagabond like reading this?
Well, currently no. This is just like a game fact that Rose has written.
That's fair.
But like, first of all, I'm so jealous of Andrew Hussie's ability to make these machines, name them, and have them like actually make sense how they work.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Like, doesn't Act 1 make so much more sense now?
It really does. Like, I don't even think he had this planned out until the end. Like,
but it's so cool.
Oh yeah, it works really well, but you can. I don't know. It does really make everything from Act 1 make so much more sense.
Yep. All right. Go ahead.
Forward arrow.
Is that fire?
Yep. Looks like Rose is enjoying herself. In the distance, meteorites fall with greater frequency. The fire in the forest burns so hot, not even the rain is putting it out. Rose.
Oof.
Check status of battery.
Your laptop battery's all right for now, but it won't be for long. If the power in the house doesn't come back on, you can think of one last resort. The small backup generator stored behind the mausoleum.
Rose. Prototype sprite with Betty Crocker box. What? Oh man, you're going to use that? That sucks. What a stupid idea.
You have to hurry along. I'm running low on battery power.
But the cake mix? Ugh, that's so dumb.
I doubt it matters. We might as well just use any gold crap lying around.
Fine, I guess. The sprite is playing hard to get. You guess that's what you get for originally prototyping it with something that engenders mischief and pranksterism. Do the potted. That's a fair point. Do the potted vegetable instead. It looks delicious.
Pipe down, you. This is Rose's decision, not yours.
Rose. Prototype sprite with Sassiker text.
You noticed that was all caps.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sweet. Now we're talking.
See if you can distract it. I'll try to sneak up on it.
John, flail about in a distracting manner. Blah. Jesus
So the
Christ.
combination of a Harlequin and, like, Colonel Sassiker's book of practical japery doesn't sound very smart to me, but sure.
It's fine. We'll figure it out. The sprite finds the distracting manner in which you flail about to be rather distracting. Wow. What the hell? Look at his mouth.
You're flailing about. The pesky sprite eludes you again. Not even the great Colonel himself cannot fox it. And narrowly missing with your attempt to create the Colonel sprite, you drop the massive tome, Oh gosh, it took me a second to realize the Colonel Sprite joke, but it's Colonel Sassacre.
Yeah.
The entire house rattles under the astonishing girth of the book.
Amazing. In the other room, Nana's ashes dump onto the Sprite, which is caught unaware by the dousing. Inspect Hag Ash incident.
You find the sacred urn toppled again. This time you're quite sure it wasn't your fault. The Sprite is nowhere to be found.
Rose, remove Crux-Truder from doorway. Aw, man, where'd it go?
I can't find it anywhere in the house. No time to worry about it. The next thing we should do is get your server copy of the game from the car. You need to connect to my client so I can repeat your steps and presumably join you wherever you are. We should do this quickly before my house burns down.
What? There's a fire?
There will be soon.
Oh, jeez. So move this thing already.
It looks like it requires a lot of grist to move. I don't have enough to relocate the door either.
How much do you have?
0.
Oh. Thought about jumping to the car from the ledge earlier, but that sounds really dangerous.
I have a better idea. Meet me upstairs.
Do again as purple words say.
I like Wayward Vagabond just watching all of this and typing in what he thinks.
It's amazing. You're about to head upstairs, but you thought you heard something behind you. It was faint, but you could hear it. It was a small, light-hearted chuckle along the lines of a spirited hoo hoo hoo. Oh god, is it the Sprite? It's the Sprite, isn't it? Ignore this woman's antics.
You're not sure you even saw a woman, let alone any of her hypothetical antics, but whatever it was you might have caught a glimpse of, it sure gave you the willies. You head upstairs on your way to the balcony. Your PDA is acting up again.
Indulge the device, but be curt with it.
Hey bro, check it out. I'm working on some new rhymes.
Dude, I don't have time for your nerdy raps.
Come on, this is hells of ill. Just listen.
Sounds like you don't even believe me that I was about to get blown up. But I really was. But now in some weird dimension that Spur sent me to or something. And now on top of that, I think I'm being haunted by my dead grandma.
Huh. For real?
Yeah, it's true, but I'll talk to you later about it.
I think I could just drop some sick rhymes about all this.
Man, see, I just don't think that all that rapping stuff is really as cool as you think it is.
No, this'll be dope. Check it.
No, I have to go. Bye.
Wait. Armageddon's getting waged on us, but I'm getting armed and dangerous. Sending men in space for saving us. See which play is more courageous. Ben or Bruce, dudes reach a truce. Put their blow shoots to use and upsuck it. Affleck's sacrifice, crifice, would have to suffice off like it. Bro, be a stained glass saint up on a cross getting hella crisp plagiarist. Bruce is like, off of that crucifix, enough of this fucking savior fuss. Restrained his ass per McLean Redux, while Buscemi remained derangerous. When a plan gone astray pays off a wasted craterus. Ashtray Creighton to layers of Matt McConaughey's vague remembered dust. Remainder dust. Oh gosh. And then I have to flip the page. McConaughey wasn't in any of those meteor movies, was he? I'll have to make a rap about, I don't know, Morgan Freeman or something. Being the president. It'll be called Obama Made It So That No One Gives a Shit About Black Presidents in Movies Anymore. So you've got to fill me in on what's going on. No, I have something to rap about. So I have something to rap about all your dumb shit. Besides all your dumb shit.
Enough strange poetry from the red text. I'm pretty sure that wasn't. I don't know if I'm proud of TG or disappointed.
I tried my best.
Oh no, you did great. I'm just saying, I'm disappointed in TG, but it's fine. Yeah. Enough strange poetry. You head out to the balcony to find out what Rose has in mind. She's messaging you again. The purple text is less irrational than the red text.
That's fair.
That is very fair.
Wayward Vagabond understands. I'm lifting the car up to the balcony.
Whoa. Okay.
Once it is up, retrieve the game. Then I'll put it back down in the driveway.
But the door is locked.
Then break the window.
But it's my dad's car.
It's just a window, and this is sort of an emergency. Otherwise, I promise I'll handle the car with velvet gloves.
All right. Rose pickup car. Oh God. She's gonna total it. Fuck. Every fucking time.
Oh, gotta love Rose's internet. John.
Ridiculous folly. Inexcusable.
Oh, John. You're inclined to agree, but hey, accidents happen. You double check your PD to make sure if Rose is really gone. Indeed, this seems to be the case. Gigi is still pestering you, of course, but another chum is now logged in as well.
What color are the words that this chum says? I love that.
I'm back.
Oh, hi. Was it by any chance a meteor?
Yes, how did you know?
Oh man, it's kind of a long story. Anyway, are you okay? Did it blow up your yard or start a fire or something?
No, I'm fine. It landed a pretty good ways from my house, and I went to look at it. And it's pretty big. But Beck doesn't want me to go near it, so I came home. He seems to think it's dangerous.
Well, gosh, she's probably right.
Anyway, what have you been up to, John? Oh, did you get my package yet?
Yeah, I was trying to get it, but Rose dropped my car into a weird, spooky, bottomless pit, and the package was in the car, and I'm really sorry about that.
Oh, no.
Wow, okay, I guess I should start at the beginning. See, a meteor blew up at my neighborhood.
That's terrible, John. I'm so sorry.
But I'm okay, and my house is too, sort of. That game I was telling you about, Spurb, which I was playing with Rose, sort of transported me somewhere at the last minute. But now I'm trapped here, and it's weird and dark, and I can't find my dad, and I just lost the car and my copy of the game in the pit, and I think I have to save the world from the apocalypse.
Well, it sounds really crazy and kind of scary, but it also sounds kind of exciting. I don't know, John. Maybe this is your destiny. If anyone can save the world, I think it's probably you.
Wow, you think so?
Yes!
Well, okay. But it's not even that simple. I was about to connect to Rose to help transport her and save her from the meteors and fire and stuff, but she lost battery power and I lost the game disc. So I think I have to get TG to use his copy and save her. But that jackass won't shut up and stop raffing and stuff.
He is so silly.
Yeah, anyway, I should talk to him about it. So, BRB. The green text was attractive. Now view the red text again. That's amazing. Look at John, he's just having a seizure. It's okay.
When the film crew zooms where the president's
Oh god, not again.
That dude's black will eat my hat. Turns out he is, so we're all like, damn, director's got scrumption. Like, we'll all flip our shit. He ate shining shoes or something. It's called free emancipation. If it's not press election, it's God ascension. And Bruce Almighty whoops different Bruce to the one I just mentioned.
Arrgh!
Can't explain to me why this ain't condescension to think I'll shit a brick. Not even he can convey the intention with his quick spin wit. Rather defray all this tension, sit on his lap while he whittles a splint, and some guy eyes what he does and patronizes. I guess negrosity's the mother of invention.
That wasn't half bad. I'm just staring at my computer, like, again, just like, should I be proud?
I love all of these characters.
Oh yeah, they're amazing, you know? I really enjoy this, but, I mean, that doesn't mean I'm not going to be confused by their actions. Rapping about my neighborhood getting blown up. Stop rapping for a second, you horse's ass. I have something important to talk about.
What's up?
Rose is in trouble and she needs help. I was going to connect her with Spur, but I lost my copy.
Okay.
Also, she lost battery power. If she can get back up and running, she'll need someone with the game to get her out of there before her house burns down. So I think you should use your copy of the game to help her.
My copy? That's gonna be tough.
Why?
I lost it. It's a stupid story. I'd rather not talk to you about it. Should be embarrassing, yo.
Thought you said you had two.
Well, yeah, one is my brother's copy.
Okay, well get his then.
Alright, but he's not gonna be happy about that.
Whatever. Also, you might want to read the Rose's walkthroughs to get up to speed on this.
Oh, man.
What?
Nothing really. Look, all I'm saying is the girl tends to lay it on kind of thick, you know?
Slash rolls eyes. I love all these characters so much. This is beautiful. I love this so much.
Oh, it's so good.
Your laptop is out of battery power. There's only one thing left to do. Time to make your way to that backup generator. Rose, knit laptop cozy to shield your laptop from the rain.
That's a good idea.
Probably.
Oh, that would be such a waste of time. Besides, you already knitted one a while ago. You retrieve it from your knitting bag and apply it to your laptop. You capture lock the laptop plus cozy.
Rose, equip grimoire to strife specibus. Why are all these fucking words so long and confusing and hard to pronounce? Jesus, fuck.
Welcome to Homestuck.
Fuck. That would be incredibly ill-advised. There's some dark forces you just don't want to mess around with. You understand this better than most. You put your book down.
Oof.
Rose, recapsulog your items.
I guess Rose isn't going to be book kind.
Nope.
You grab the knitting bag and the grimoire, in that order. It's always a logistical puzzle with your tree modus. The tree auto-balances, leaving the knitting bag accessible in the root card.
Rose, allocate knitting needles to strife specibus. You feel a lot more comfortable with this as a weapon. You're so handy with those needles. You feel like you could probably use them to fillet a swordfish.
Needle kind. And as you recall, she cannot change that. It'll be needle kind.
Oh my god. Amazing.
You lose the root card in the process, severing the tree. Hey, careful with all that stuff.
Rose, knit plush cuddled Cthulhu to soothe nerves. That would be also a preposterous waste of time. Besides, you're quite sure you've never heard of this creature called Cthulhu before. There are, however, many other specimens of the zoologically dubious you're familiar with, such as... Rose, consult the grimoire. Jesus Christ, fucking Cthulhu?
No. She's never heard of Cthulhu.
But I have. I swear. Is she looking up Cthulhu right now? Oh my god. Whatever. Consult the grimoire.
Cthulhu. Foul patrician of misery. To hear's mammoth belly gurgle is to know the epic of joy has come to an abrupt end.
What the fuck?
It's Cthulhu.
I'm pretty sure that's just to avoid, like, copyright or whatever. Fluthulu.
Oh, I love this comic.
This is amazing. Next page. And the Brigup Glyph, Shamebeast, King of Right Lord of the Moith Beyond. Hearing
King of grotesquerie. Grotesquerie, like grotesque something.
Oh my god. Hearing his melodious chirps and tongue clicks causes one's bones to explode. Jesus Christ. Nerub Glyph, whatever.
And of course there's the Ogloth, the deep one. Whenever he grinds his teeth, all the children of a random galaxy somewhere will frown continuously for a 9,000-year span. He is the first and the smallest of the smaller gods, appointed in servitude of a vile, unfathomable pantheon of middling gods, which caters to the whims of the noble circle of horror terrors, an omniscient, omnipotent order of the elite few, forever cloaked in the darkness of the furthest ring.
What the fuck?
You gotta make sure you remember all the lore, right?
Jesus Christ. Is this all gonna come back up later?
Honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Agreed. And then there's this strange page containing some rather mysterious notes on summoning procedures. Never been quite sure what these diagrams are getting at. Rose, take items to proceed downstairs.
You recapsulog everything the way you want it to appear in the tree and head downstairs. You figure that's enough dilly-dallying. Time to get a move on.
Hell yeah. Yet wonder if this rain will ever let up. It's driven since the month began, perhaps long enough to forget its purpose. It's no longer even knows to assuage fire. Somewhere a zealous god threads these strings between the clouds and the earth, preparing for a symphony it fears impossible to play, and so it threads on, delaying the rays of the conductor's baton. How you hate this season. April is the coolest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots of spring rain. American sports legend, Charles Barkley.
Well, you gotta look that quote up, right?
Yep, that's how it works. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how it works.
Yep, you know how we go.
That's not Charles Barkley, that's for sure.
T.S. Eliot.
That's a lot better. Thank you, Google. Pretty sure Charles Barkley wouldn't say that. This is cool. Rose, confront mother in hall.
Surely your mother is lurking nearby. You should be prepared for an unpleasant confront.
Oh, psych. What?